Hello, let's make a painting. I'm gonna take the brush and paper and put some water on the glass and spread water all over the place. There you go. Well, actually only for the top portion of the paper. I'm gonna start with some red. Let's put it on the paper. Not exactly sure what I'm gonna do today. Let's see what the painting wants to do. Putting some kind of reddish in the middle of the paper. Maybe mountains, maybe trees. For now, I'm just gonna stay on that red spot. We'll see what is gonna happen. Saturate a little bit more. Just build it up. Clear the brush. And I'm gonna take some of the gold green. I'm gonna make a straight line in the foreground. Well, actually midground. And from midground to the foreground, I'm gonna move diagonal. So I wanna have different perspective lines going through the middle. I'm gonna try to blend the midground with the horizon, which one we don't have right now. We don't have horizon line, but you know, the red, whatever it is, trees, I guess, is gonna play as a horizon. For the sky, just blue. I'm gonna move up and down. So we have the foreground is diagonal from left to right, and then the midground is some kind of spot, and the sky is gonna be up and down. So we have some kind of variety. I'm gonna take a black paint, not a gouache, just black paint, and maybe here, yeah. I will put some kind of island, no, shadow. Yeah, that's gonna be shadow from, it's gonna be either bush or grass, we'll see. Well, very indecisive painting, by the way. Doesn't know what she wanna be. I'm gonna take the palette knife, try to make some lines. We can show the perspective a little bit better. And I'm gonna dip the palette knife into that big black spot and just put some paint around on the foreground. I'm not pushing very heavy the palette knife on the foreground, and just like tapping it so we can have unequal lines. Maybe some beam of lights to break the monotonous of the sky. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna make the beam of lights very thick, so when the water start going inside of it again, it will shrink them, so it will look very nice. It will not be so obvious as it is now. But we gotta do something with the horizon line. I think it's gonna be trees. That's how it's look like. This black spot is, you know, the grass is on the left side. Is kind of fine, but it's too heavy on the left side. So I should put something on the right side too. Maybe some red. No, I think darker version of this red. I'll mix it with some brown. And I don't want to be too obvious like the black spot on the left side, because this is closer to us, so it's more clear to see what it is. I think that's fine. I'm going to take a multiple brush and try to blend a little bit. Just push it from middle down. I'm going to take the palette knife and try to make some horizon line. There we go. Just push it up, the paint up, so we can have like very concentrated paint on the top and some kind of a light spots on the bottom. Maybe push a little bit so we can scratch the paper and have a nice texture there. I'm gonna take some black paint and just emphasize a little bit more on the horizon line. The stem of the tree. Maybe actually I'm gonna make a shadow for that tree. Like this. On the left side a little bit, not too much. I just want to continue the horizon line, but I don't want to interfere with the grass on the foreground. Oh, on the midground. A little bit more, and I'm gonna put a black gouache in the middle. As you can see, it's very contrasty. It's not like the black paint. The black paint is spread around and blend with the red one, but the black gouache is very, you can really tell. It stays firm, doesn't spread around that much, doesn't mix well. I was thinking to remove some of the paint, but then I will take the palette knife and just make some short grass. It's going to be short grass here. Usually I make a tall grass because I like when the wind is blowing and it's moving around, but this time we're going to put some short grass. And just push up with the palette knife. Each one of these shadows that we create for this grass, just push it up. Grow it up from the ground. And by the way, you can see the beam of lights, how they blend. It's not nearly as thick as what we create. Maybe a little bit of tall grass. It's just, we gotta have some tall grass. I emphasize a little bit more on the trees up there. Fairly simple painting. I'm glad I finally decided what exactly she wanna be. And I'm gonna take the clear brush and remove some of the paint so we can have a nice. No, actually, I'm gonna take and blend some of the black gouache down. I will push it down so we can have a nice reflection from the trees. And then I'm gonna remove some of the paint. Waves, maybe. Just beam of lights going through the forest on the horizon. Just to break the monotonous of the red and black over there. It's look nice, but still, when you put a little bit light, it's always nice. Maybe a little bit on the left side too, so we can have some kind of pattern going from the horizon and the midground. And on the midground, going to the foreground, I'm gonna just remove a little bit thicker lines of paint. I just don't want to destroy the left side. I think it's pretty nice accent there. And there you go, watercolor, abstract, landscape.